So Void Edge is officially out, and we now have 27 operators to choose from on attack, which is absolutely insane. They're getting very close to their goal here with 100. I guess not very close. Regardless, 27 on attack is very impressive from one game. It's incredible how far this game has come. So first things first, let's go over the new operator, Jana, as one of the top attackers. She is actually not going to make our list here because she just doesn't bring that much to the team compared to other operators, and with recent buffs to some other operators as well, she just does not make it out on this one. Regardless, she's still a good operator. She has really good weaponry, so if you want to use her, obviously you can, but this is my list of the top 5. Not really in a particular order, but we're going to get into it. I'm just going to play some T-Hunt background footage of the operators there, so we can get some background of the guns and stuff. So without further ado, let's get into the top 5 attacking operators of year 5. So let's get into one of the best supporting attackers in the game, which is Thatcher. Thatcher's EMP can disable any of their defenses, so it's really important to have basically on any map, any round really. Anytime you want to destroy something, now that Cade's in the game as well, he can get hatches, so if you don't have a Thatcher, you might as well just not pick Habana or Thermite. But it's not just the gadget that makes her good. He's a 2-speed armor and has 2 strong primary weapons that both are very sufficient, which the AR-33 and the L85A2. The AR-33 does 42 damage and 749 fire rate, making it really good, but the L85 is probably my favorite, dealing 45 damage with a slightly slower fire rate of 670, but the recoil is so manageable, so it's really just personal preference at that point. But L85 from my sledge days just makes it way easier, so I prefer the L85. But regardless, Thatcher is one of the best. Also, keep into consideration that he's banned 21% of the times, usually by the defenders, so keep that in mind, as he really is the only guy that can actually affect the offensive round. Attacking's already at a disadvantage, and by having a Thatcher, it really improves your chances. Next up, we have the extremely versatile Zofia. She basically has taken over Ash's role. She might be slower and bigger and everything, but her soft breach is way more powerful with the KS-79 lifeline gadget. It has the stuns and the lethal grenades, so it could be one of the best operators, and a lot of pro players have taken that over Ash nowadays. Although that is awesome, her gun is also very good with the M762 assault rifle, and she has a claymore as well for more killing potential, so she could be used as an entry fragger, supporter, anything really. She's always a must-have on attack, and I don't ever see her getting banned, so that is a good op to main if you choose to main one operator. Now, I don't really recommend just maining one operator. While you may become really good at that operator, you always need to know what your team needs in a specific situation, right? So if your team picks a Thatcher, Ash, whatever, just a bunch of slaying operators, and have Thatcher but no Thermite or Habana, you might want to be able to pick up Habana or Thermite there. Moving to another hard breacher, he's not quite like Thermite or Habana, it's Maverick. He's a 3-speed with the M4, he just has a great setup there. His gun is like almost a built-in silencer, it's great, it's really quiet, and it deals 44 damage and 750 fire rate, making it as good as basically any other gun in the game. He has also had some change come Void Edge. He still has his claymore obviously, but he also has the option to have frag grenades now, which is absolutely awesome. And if you want to main and be a support player at the same time, Maverick is the move, because he could be a hard breacher and he's also able to destroy a lot of things with his gadget. And with the added fragging capability with the frag grenades, it's obviously going to become a harder choice between claymore and grenade. Thermite has the 556 XI assault rifle and pretty solid backup guns, and also has a claymore, but more importantly, he has the exothermic charge. He has 2 of them, and it makes the biggest hole in the game on reinforced surfaces. So this one's pretty self-evident of why it is on our list of the top 5 operators in Void Edge. We are already on number 5, and this one was kind of hard. I really wanted to put Ash in there, but Habana is like the same tier operator and actually has some support utility. While Ash is still the go-to for run and gun action, Habana can do the same thing. She's a 3-speed. She feels just as fast as Ash. I don't know about the hitbox thing. They have different hitbox, but Ash doesn't have an ACOG. Habana does, so that's another advantage, except if you use the R34C on Ash, which is less powerful. But the R4C, the superior gun, does not have the ACOG anymore, while Habana does, and her gun is actually pretty decent if you get used to that vertical recoil. When playing Habana though, you could be a really good roam clearer, as she has the speed and she also can get the hatches, so it just opens up the map a lot for the attacking side. It's just like having a Thatcher and Thermite. It's basically the same thing. They're both useful, and if I were to have a quote-unquote starting lineup or whatever, depending on situation of course, maybe you would add IQ or take IQ away. I like the idea of having Mav, Zofia, Thermite, Thatcher, and Habana. You can open anything you can imagine. Everything will be opened on the map. You have the easiest way into the sites. You can get the hatches while getting the main walls. I mean, think chalet. You could get both the hatches while getting the main garage at the same time with the Mav and Thermite. For most situations, if you don't know where they're going, that's always a safe pick. Obviously, Zofia can be substituted with maybe an IQ in some cases, but for the most part, those 5 operators can do it all. Ash can also substitute for Zofia, and these 5 operators are basically the only operators you'll ever need in this game if you truly stick to them. So guys, that's my video on the top 5 operators for year 5, more specifically Void Edge. So if you enjoyed the content here, if you enjoyed this video, you'll enjoy the other content on this channel, so feel free to leave a like. And also, if you enjoyed this, feel free to watch another video. I'll have 2 up in a second with the end roll, and some of those including some just new tips for the maps. I mean, Oregon, I have a few videos on the tour of the map now that we don't really need that though, but we have some defensive strategies that you can go over. I see those defensive strategies actually being used now, so it's kind of cool to see that. But if I did earn your subscription, go ahead and hit that red button, and I appreciate you anyways if you made it this far, regardless of if you subscribe or not. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.